Physical health is the state of your body, and mental health is the state of your mind, feelings, and emotions. We emphasize a lot on our physical health, but knowingly or unknowingly, we ignore our mental health. Just think about a day in your life. It is like kabhi khushi kabhi gum. Good things will make you feel happy, and adverse situations would create stress and anxiety for us. But working on our emotional intelligence could help us in keeping our mental state healthy.
Have you ever heard about emotional intelligence? Do you know how emotional intelligence impacts personal and professional well being? To talk about it, we have a wonderful guest joining us here on Edu Talks today, Rashmi Raghav. Rashmi Raghav is in Malaysia and she's a founder and CEO of Empowering Growth Training Academy. And she's a great advocate of developing emotional intelligence. Let's talk to her to know more about emotional intelligence and its benefits.
Hi, Rashmi. Welcome back to Edu Talks. And we had a wonderful conversation previously, and I would like to continue with that. And in that process, Rashmi, I would love to know we discussed a lot about emotional intelligence. So, what is emotional intelligence exactly?
Okay, Devanshi, this is a very simple phenomena. I'm telling you in a very simple language. We are human beings. We are made up of emotions. That is the sole reason of our existence. That differentiate us from other living thing on this planet, right? Emotions. Emotional intelligence is that tool which help us to recognize the emotions because there is a plenty of different types of emotions, understand what is, why it is developing, why we are having it, then manage it accordingly, and getting the right way of pulling you out from that emotional turbulence. That is emotional intelligence. So if I try to wrap up it, it's just the recognition, understanding, and management of the emotions.
Yes, there isn't any human being who would not be feeling any kind of emotions, but it is very much important to understand to either to control them or to divert them into the correct direction. But Rashmi,
Yes.
when we talk about the emotions and all, no, in our society we talk a lot about IQ, but very
Mm,
less has been spoken about EQ. So, is this
mm.
why is it so? And EQ is also something which is related to emotional intelligence.
No, there are two different abilities, two different intelligence. IQ is more towards our learning abilities, our cognitive skill. If we are talking about it, and EQ comes under our social skills. A problem was that in our previous decades we put so much emphasis and so much limelight on the cognitive skills. If a person is good in certain learning abilities, reading, he has analytical mind, so we were like, oh, he or she is having the high IQ and he or she is supposed to get the most success in the life. वो बहुत अच्छी position लेंगे, they will be there. Somehow we were compromising on the social skills. But thank God, nowadays, since a few decades, the research and experiments have done, and that was the beautifully emerged out the beauty of emotional intelligence and social abilities. We are the social beings, we are the social human beings. You cannot separate it out only having the cognitive skills without having the social skills. If you want to get the success in this ever quickly ever changing world, which is suddenly changing and modifying and having lots of artificial intelligence, lots of things are happening in this world, you cannot differentiate and you cannot be successful with separating this. If you want to be a successful person, as much as you are putting emphasis on IQ, you need to put emphasis on the EQ as well, your social development, your social skills.
When we talk about EQ, will it be inbuilt or person needs to identify it or person needs to develop it?
um yes, we can say that somehow it's genetic a bit, but mostly it depends on our upbringing, how I have brought it up. So it is not a very fixed personality trait, Devanshi. We can learn it, unlike to the IQ. As we were talking about the IQ is genetic, totally genetic. You know, that is, if some person is genius, it is in his genes. It is a genetic trait. And we cannot, if I'm having a small child with me and I'm trying to increase his IQ with lots of teaching the books and making him practice, that how it will not work, because cognitive skills you can improve a bit, but you cannot just drastically change the IQ of a person. Good news is that like we work out on our muscles in gym, we make it stronger. Similarly, EQ is a learnable skill. With practice, patience, and some tools and techniques, we can develop this. So it is not a a specific necessary personality trait, not the genetic trait. It's a set of different skills which can be learned through some tools and techniques.
How can we find out that the person has good EQ or he or doesn't have the EQ, the kind of a level?
Okay, it's quite visible when you will see in our society some person very socially very active. They connect very well with each other. They, though they are not having very high IQ, they are not very analytical, critical, but you see they are the charm of the party. They are the best person in the workplace. They connect well, and in their presence, you feel like you feel welcomed. You feel welcome to your own existence as well. You have encountered, I'm sure you have encountered with these people. We can say that, okay, the energy is so positive and nice,
The kind of aura
right?
they create, everyone would
Aura
love
they
to
create.
stay around them.
Yes. So they are the naturally good empath people, and high EQ is super high. We can say that because not only they are giving importance to their existence, they are giving space to the other people. So they both work in interpersonal skills and intrapersonal skills.
So, how
So it's very,
working on emotional intelligence could help one's personality?
it's a magical tool. It's a magical tool. The first thing if I talk about emotional intelligence, the first strong pillar is a self-awareness. You know, if in our society, I still remember when I was a child, my mother used to focus so much on the things I was not good at. उनको मुझे all rounder बनाना था. So she used to push me, push me, push me. But naturally, they were not my abilities. I'm not an analytical person. I'm not a technical person, you know. But I believe that she really wasted a huge amount of the time, amount of money, and amount of efforts to pushing me in that direction. Now, why I'm bringing this example here? Now, I strongly advocate a good understanding of a person's strength and weakness is very crucial for for the development. This is an era when you really need to focus on your strength. Why? Because for your weakness, you can hire someone. You can outsource it. Okay, you can outsource it.
That was fantastic point, Rashmi, because I had read somewhere that if my kid is weak in maths and good in tennis, I'll hire a coach for tennis rather than hiring for maths.
Exactly. This is the change we are having in society nowadays. You know, why should I put in so much energy, and I'm not good in Excel? I'm honestly sharing in this. So my husband always, Rashmi, you should learn. I said, I know the basics, but I don't want to waste my time to learn everything about it. I have other things to learn about, you know. I want to strengthen my strength already. I will work on this. I will not focus on my weakness anymore. So this is the beauty of emotional intelligence. I will connect back to the self awareness. When a person, I am aware about my weakness, first thing, you cannot use my weakness against me, because excuse me, I'm pretty much aware about it. Okay, that gives you a shot of self confidence. And when I'm aware about my strength, I will have capability to grow, to leverage my passion, connect it to my profession. And if my passion is connecting to my profession, and that's some sort of my calling, you know, that is my purpose of my life. And these all things connect back to the self awareness. You connect back to your passion when you connect back into your purpose of life, and somehow you are making it your profession. So self awareness pillar is connected. Then comes to the social awareness. Okay, now I'm pretty much aware about my things. I know how to regulate my emotions. Now this is the time, because I'm a social creature. I'm a human being. I live in society. So it's not only important to know my emotions, it is important to know others' emotions as well. That is how I can enjoy the beauty of being in a society. I can have that beautiful relationship with my friends, with my family, with my relatives. So these are the few important pillars, and that state clearly that how important it is to learn emotional intelligence. Devanshi.
Rashmi, could you give us any example of some real life examples where people have got benefited through emotional intelligence?
Okay, if I talk about you, Devanshi, I will always connect back to me. Um, I'm a working woman. I'm a mother. I'm a very emotional person. I'm a wife too, and I do lots of social work as well. And I'm a human being in the end. I'm not a superwoman, which I used to thought I'm a superwoman. I can do everything, and I hit the rock bottom, and I was on wheelchair. So you need to realize that you had certain limitations in your life, right? When I I connected myself with the emotional intelligence. That tool really helped me to process my emotions when you are not able to control and manage everything in your family part, because something will be disturbed, something will be imbalanced. Then what will happen in the normal situation? You will be frustrated, you will react violently. Either you will harm yourself, your health, or you will harm the family atmosphere or the workplace atmosphere.
Yeah, Rashmi, I would like to add one thing here. It happens with all of us working women. Like, we'll always have that guilt feeling. We are not able to
Hmm.
spend time with our child. If we are not working, then also we'll have that guilt feelings. If we are working, then we'll have different kind of guilt feelings. So the woman is,
Yes,
always surrounded with all these things.
yes. So that is the time you need to divide and set the limitations. Certain things, if I'm working, I cannot be 24 by 7 available to enjoy the parties in my society. I cannot. And I should have that courage to say no respectfully. Another important aspect of emotional intelligence is the effective communication. I will not hurt your feelings, but I will be efficient and smart enough to put my views and my priorities in front of you without hurting your views as well. So that comes with the emotional intelligence as well. Okay, suppose another scenario I am giving here. Uh, like I'm working in an office, and in my subordinate is coming with some sort of report. I had some kind of chaos in my house, some encounter with my husband or my kids. Then I went to office and I'm seeing, oh, this is the worst report I have ever seen. There are always two choices in my hand, Devanshi. Either I mock down his all the efforts, the person he is coming with the report, or I take a breath. I use emotional intelligence. I took a breath. I'm being mindful about the situation, why I'm feeling so much anger or the frustration. What is the reason? Reason is because I didn't have the good episode at my home. Then the regulation, why that episode is affecting me now. That was the past. Now you are in office. And that then comes the another step, empathy. That person has spent lots of efforts in preparing this report. He is not aware what is happening at your home, so our emotions should not affect his way. He has put so many things, so much hard work, and he's coming with the report. So there comes the empathy. And then when you give that 6 second and 10-second thoughts in your mind, you think emotional intelligently, the person's reaction should not be connected with your past experience at your home. Take a deep breath, be mindful, and use effective communication. Ask him, have that open communication, listen effectively why he has come up with this report. So I'm just trying to create that scenario in front of you. Either we can immediate react and play that bad role in our professional life, or use emotional intelligence, be mindful about the situation, be empathetic and approachable to the other peoples and recognize their efforts, and have that effective communication, give constructive feedback, open to listen his views, and then share your views nicely and respectfully. So this is how you can see that this is the differentiation between a normal reaction and the respond with emotional intelligence. So these are the two examples I'm giving from my life to you, Devanshi.
No, that's pretty interesting. And on the same line, I would like to know one thing. Managing emotions and controlling emotions are two very different things. So, as a
Ah,
human being, how can we manage the emotions rather than controlling them?
yes, yes, that is something very beautiful. Um, Control, you can never control the emotions. You can never control is a negative term. Control is a total negative term. That is, emotion is a energy inside our body, that is energy in motion. And if you will try to control it, this episode, this time, this moment, you will control, and it will release out in a worst way, in a worst scenario, and it will create more chaos, more harm to you and the surrounding. So control करने का तो सोचना ही नहीं है. Now, how to manage? Manage is it's a very simple process. First is the identification. इस emotion का नाम क्या है? Why I'm feeling angry, I'm feeling disgusted, I'm feeling frustrated. What exactly I'm feeling? जब आप टाइम दोगे ना उस फीलिंग को नाम करने के लिए, when you will put a name on it, when you will give a stamping on it, you will you will connect yourself with a reason. अच्छा, ये फ्रस्ट्रेशन है क्योंकि घर पे मैं बच्चों के लिए ये नहीं कर पाई. Either it's a guilt. I was not giving enough time to them. Maybe it is a guilt. So जब आपने उसको नाम दे दिया, it's a guilt, then you will understand now what is the connection between that guilt and this present scenario. Now you are processing the information. First identifying, then processing. And third comes, then you will respond with effective communication. तो सबसे पहले आपको इमोशन को नाम देने की बहुत जरूरत है. गिव इट अ स्पेसिफिक नेम. मोस्ट ऑफ द टाइम क्या होता है देवांशी कि हम ना बस एक अम्ब्रेला बना रखा है हमने, आई एम फीलिंग एंग्री. दैट इज अ बिग अम्ब्रेला. उस एंगर के अंदर जो सब लेयर्स हैं उन पे काम करने की जरूरत है कि आप एंग्री फील कर रहे हो तो क्यों कर रहे हो. कुछ ऐसा हुआ है जो आपको हर्ट कर रहा है, कुछ ऐसा हुआ है जो आपको यू आर मेकिंग फील डिसगस्टेड, यू आर फीलिंग गिल्ट, यू आर फीलिंग फ्रस्ट्रेटेड, यू आर फीलिंग इनकॉम्पिटेंट. समथिंग हैपेंड बट इट्स नॉट एंगर, समथिंग डीप डाउन इट. तो जब आप उसको समझने की कोशिश करोगे, जब आप स्पेसिफिक उसको नाम दे दोगे, एक आइडेंटिटी दे दोगे, then you will be easily able to identify the resource of that कि कहाँ से origin हुआ है. तो when इतना टाइम अगर आपने दे दिया identification and the connection with the resource, this time frame will help you to evaluate the situation in a better way. Then your mind will think about the solution of that problem.
So, Rashmi, you have been teaching as a coach, you have been teaching so many people, you're empowering them and learning the correct methods of emotional intelligence. When I talk about learning something, we always have that perspective that, you need to learn something if it is helping you professionally. So, I
Hmm.
want to know here that when it comes to emotional intelligence, who all can learn through these things? Like when you are running the courses, is it only for the
Uh-huh.
professionals or how is it benefiting others?
Okay. It is not only for the professional, it is for every single human being who want to be successful in the personal and the professional life. Why? Let me tell you example. Effective communication. आप सभी से कम्युनिकेट करते हो, आप अपने घर में भी करोगे, आप अपनी सोसाइटी में भी करोगे, आप अपने यू विल डू एट योर वर्क प्लेस एज वेल, राइट? Effective communication is an important aspect of emotional intelligence as well. Then comes the active listening skills. Then comes the empathy. When you are not only understanding another person's situation, but you are giving the solution to them as well. That is the empathy and compassion. Then you are understanding if the person is, I'm talking about the relationship model here. If suppose your spouse is here, your husband is having a bad episode at the workplace. At home, you are ready to share with the good news. But when he enter in the house, he is having a long face. Then using the emotional intelligence, you understand the situation. This is not the right moment to share my good news with him. Let him be settled first. Give him the space to express first. Let him be express and understand the scenario. Then when the energy will be good, I will share my good information, good news with him. The processing, identification, it really helpful to have that beautiful bonding, beautiful relationship. Now, I'm not differentiating only the personal relationship, Devanshi. It is professional relationship as well. It is the team member team bonding as well. It is for everyone. We cannot differentiate it. So not only for the personal life, for the professional life as well, it is a crucial skill to learn.
So, Rashmi, you have been teaching so many people. So, what is your observation? Who are the people who want to learn this emotional intelligence?
Okay, so far the batches I'm running, I'm happy to say that I have people from different walk of life. I had few corporate participants as well. They were the head of banks. Most of the time, I'm feeling that I'm having people from education background, the lecturers and teachers and professors. They want to connect well with their students. They want to find the easy way of having that connection and imparting the knowledge in a better way. So, and housewife as well. When they struggle and feeling overwhelmed and feeling stagnated in their life, there is no meaning of their life. I have them as well. And I'm glad to share that they felt that transformation within the 8 weeks period. They feel that they learn how to express themselves. The origin of every problem, Devanshi, is we deny our own emotions and thoughts. We are not strong enough to accept that. We are in a denial phase. We are living in this with so much distraction around us. We are not able to identify our core inner potential. So when you are self-aware, when you use the mindfulness tools, when you do meditation, you really connect with yourself first. And when you have that settlement within yourself, that peace, that solace, that you start enjoying the solitude, you have that calm and serene environment around yourself, you will feel that you are having the ripple effect in the society, in the around you as well. It's a so much contagious kind of effect.
It's not just for yourself, but it's for others also.
Yes, yes.
So,
That's
how,
a big deal.
yeah. So, how learning emotional intelligence is different than getting counseling?
That's a good question. Counseling is done by some certain professionals. I'm not a certified counselor, but recently I got that beautiful compliment from my participant that she used to have anxiety and panic attacks. She was having psychotherapy sessions as well, but after attending my session, she doesn't need it anymore. So it was such a wow moment for me.
That's just wonderful, right? Yeah, you're treating people, you're bringing
So
changes in their life.
then I asked her, why do you think so? Then she shared me that, Devanshi, and it was such beautiful thing. When she used to go to the psychologist and counselors, they always try to share the tools and techniques from the medical perspective to help her from the outer perspective. But this emotional intelligence, the first tool is the self awareness, which is connect to yourself. First, take care of this self, your thoughts, your feelings, your emotions. If this is pure, everything will be pure. You will have that blissful life. So when the people start understanding the power of their own emotions and express it in a right direction, things change, things transforms. We we lose ourselves in the race of this world. That's the core of every disease and every problem.
Do you mean that we are trying to live as per others' expectations?
Others expectations, and we are losing the true me. इसकी तरह रहो, उसकी तरह बनो, उसके जैसे बनो. And the social media, it always show the bright side of people's life. It doesn't speak about the negative and the struggles, the chaos, the emotional turbulence we are having. अब इसमें क्या होता है कि we try to live that life which is not ours, and in that race we are losing ourselves. And the beauty of emotional intelligence, that the first pillar is the self awareness. Connect with yourself, connect. Every source, every solution of every problem is here. ये तो हमारे सनातन धर्म में भी बोला था ना, when you are connected to the true you will find the solution of all the problems. So things starts from you. So yes, from that, I'm not comparing my sessions with the psychology sessions and counseling and all. I'm not yet there. But yeah, it is transformative, and it's easy when people understand themselves and they learn the tools and techniques to express their emotions in a better way.
When you are conducting batches on this intelligence and also, how do you identify individuals' needs and you work on it, or how it works?
Yes, yes, we do so much. There are lots of assessments, Devanshi. Before I start the batches, I always do the EQ test assessments. So there are 4 areas in that: self-awareness, self-regulation, social awareness, and relationship management. So I always get the square in these 4 domains, the score in these 4 domains. And as I ask every one of them to share me personally the result of it, so I get to know, okay, that person is lacking in this. Relationship management means he's having a bad time with connecting with the different people around him. If self awareness is low, that he's not connected with himself better, but he's connecting with society better. So there are different domains. So I always ask them to share the report. First assessment is the EQ assessment. Then I do the self awareness assessment, know themselves better. Then we have so many that is not developed by me, but I'm authorized to do that. Few other personality tests as well. My business partner Shri, he is a certified disc trainer, the personality assessment trainer. He run the especially one session for my participants in every batch. So we help them, all of them, to understand their personality traits and other personality traits as well. And we help them to understand if this, because one way of talking and communicating doesn't suit all the persons,
True.
है ना? So some are very analytical, some are very calculative, some are very inspiring person, some are very calm and stable person. So you need to learn to modulate and adjust according to the need, and that is emotional intelligence. If you are able to adjust your mode of communication, mode of expression, then you will be successful there.
What
So
after
yes.
if yeah, yeah. I wanted to
Yeah,
ask that what after effects have you observed in your participants after completing the program?
yeah, they were more expressive. They were more, beauty of it is they are more open to share their life experiences openly, which previously they used to be timid, or they were like, I should not share this. I'm not confident enough to speak about it, the life stories. And that is my motto, because for me, every person is a hero. Every person is struggling and fighting with unsung battles, and they are the unsung heroes. Like you shared your story, Devanshi, such a great, like, everyone in the family was fighting with that battle, and everyone emerged out from that storm together you know so after the sessions, I feel good when they come up with their own stories. They inspire each other and they get courage to speak about it. And they start giving the space of that being vulnerable is okay. That is a big thing. That is okay. Previously it was like a taboo. मैं वीक नहीं दिख सकती किसी को, मैं रो नहीं सकती, आई कैन नॉट एक्सप्रेस माई सेल्फ एज अ वीक पर्सन.
जैसे
नो.
लड़कों को बोला जाता है ना, क्यों लड़कियों की तरह
हाँ.
रो रहे हो? इट इज नॉट एट ऑल
हाँ.
लाइक दैट. नाउ वी
नो.
डोंट
नो.
से दिस वर्ड्स.
नो.
Boys also have their emotions and they
Yes.
have all the right to express it.
Yes, yes. So that is the change I want to bring in this society. It's okay to express it, okay to uh, share with the friends what is going inside your heart. And it's okay to ask for the help if you need it.
Rashmi, after learning this emotional intelligence, let's say I learned it, how to cope up with, I started applying it, then how long it lasts? Because I feel that is it certain
हाँ.
things that which will be a part of your nature, or again and again, you have to brush it up to implement it continuously?
It's a long practice, Devanshi. It's not a one night magic show. It is not like few weeks you will be able to learn, cope up with everything. No, it's not. It really, really required the continuous efforts, patience, and practice. I'm telling you this from my own life. I used to be a very emotionally drawn person. जिसको थोड़ा सा कुछ कह दो तो start crying and dwelling in the same negative emotions for days and affecting everyone around me. But when I was able to how much it is affecting my health, and not only my health, my surrounding as well. It was affecting my family members as well. Then I tried to pull myself apart from it. But I must say, it really took me 4 to 5 years to emerge out stronger from that weaker phase to the stronger phase today. So it's a continuous process. आपको हमेशा इस पे काम करना पड़ेगा. सेल्फ रिफ्लेक्शन, मेडिटेशन, माइंडफुलनेस आपको प्रैक्टिस करनी पड़ेगी. एम्पैथेटिक होने के लिए, एम्पैथेटिक होना भी बहुत, इट्स नॉट लाइक सडनली, नो. People can be easily sympathetic. Okay, I feel your pain. No, you cannot just feel my pain just using this sentence, you are feeling my pain. You know, if you have not been through that situation, you cannot feel it. That is empathy. You know, empathy. And then compassion is the next level. Now not only you are feeling my pain, you are giving me the hand to help me out and bring me out from that situation. So compassion is of that level. So this is like a continuous process, continuous practice process. Self reflection helps a lot. Then practice empathy, communication, mindfulness. Lots of efforts needed. It's a continuous journey. It's not a destination, it's a journey.
You mentioned one very important thing, that we don't need people in our society who sympathizes with you, but rather than that, we need people in us who will tell you that, okay, I am with you and let's come out of it together.
Yes, yes, yes. We need those people in our society now.
So Rashmi, what message would you like to give to the people who are finding their ways to improve their emotional intelligence, or who are trying to be their best version?
Yes, there are so many tools, there are so many good people around you. First of all, break those barriers which you are having in your mind. Every problem has a solution, and this world is a, which we say like Vasudhaiv Kutumbakam. We are a big family. Leverage those relationship and understand the beauty of human connection. If you're struggling with something, come out from it, ask for help, connect with the, if things are not settling down, connect with the experts. There are two ways of learning the emotional intelligence. Either you take lead of your life, you practice, because the Google is full of resources, YouTube is full of resources, you can get everything there. Okay, so if you have decided, you go there, practice it on regular basis. If it is still not working, if you're not feeling empowered, then look for the expert, go for the coaches and trainers, invest in your emotional development. It's a good investment, it's a so valuable investment, and you will feel that it's not only helping you on a personal level, it will help you on a professional level as well, when you will be having a beautiful relationship with your senior, with your junior, with your janitor. You will create a beautiful surrounding around you. So it's a very valuable investment in leading a good, purposeful, and fulfilled life, Devanshi.
I understood one thing, that learning emotional intelligence is not just a part of your career or a day-to-day life, but it is for
Yes,
yourself, where you
yes,
can be the best version of yourself, and then you
yes.
can improve and empower others also.
And it's a ripple effect. You know, when your children see you to practice all these things, uh, they absorb the energy, same energy. They do the same thing. Then your husband, then your society, then your neighbors, everything have that positive effect. But things starts from us first.
So I would like to say one thing, Rashmi. It happens, when we meet one energetic person, while talking to that person, we'll also feel the same energy. But if we
Uh,
met someone who is really cool and calm, then automatically we'll also absorb those vibes and we'll also be
yes.
like that. So
Yes.
it is very much important to go through and to learn this kind of things. And Rashmi, thank you so much for sharing, giving us your valuable time and sharing all these thoughts with us. I'm sure that you're a wonderful coach, and your students are and the things are lucky to have you, who are getting to learn so many things.
Thank you, Devanshi. Thank you for having me here and giving this platform to speak out. बहुत अच्छा लगा देख के, and you're spreading the awareness of emotional intelligence as well, and I appreciate your efforts. Thank you so much.
थैंक यू सो मच रश्मि, हम और भी कनेक्ट होते रहेंगे बिकॉज आई एम श्योर देयर इज सो मच टू टॉक अबाउट, एंड विल बी इन
Sure.
टच एंड विल कम अप विथ मोर एंड मोर सच सेशंस.
Yes, always there. Thank you, Devanshi.
थैंक यू, हैव अ वंडरफुल डे अहेड रश्मि. बाय बाय.
Bye.